It has affected our family hugely. I figured out I had it when I was 35 and I had a TIA. And when I learned what it was and the symptoms, because I ended up having a hole in my heart and sleep apnea, which gave me the TIA. But when I read about the symptoms and learned about it and I was getting treatment, I realized that my son possibly had it. And I asked then if he did. And he went for his sleep study, but he at the time was very tired, and like I'd watch him on the preschool playground, and he looked like he was barely making it through the day, and I couldn't wake him up to get him there, and it was pretty tough. So for my son, I could tell halfway through the first treatment, there was a huge difference. Just sleeping better, not waking up in the middle of the night, and definitely more awake and alert during the day. Huge difference. Like what I thought was maybe something else, like ADD or other distracting kinds of things, as the treatment went on, it went away. And then it would start to come back, and we'd do the next phase. And I didn't realize it until looking back that it was happening as we were going. Across the board. He's the first one to wake up in our house most often for school. Learning concepts is very easy for him. He's not nearly as distracted, and definitely huge difference. Okay, so with Jolie, my daughter, she was having huge tantrums, and it did not occur to me to bring her in because she does sleep. I didn't know she was waking up. And we came in one time for something else, and they looked at her breathing, and she was having more difficulty breathing than her brother. And so we started her immediately on treatment, and it was just weeks before a huge difference. Tantrums that were happening constantly all day long were almost non-existent. And right now she's going through another phase, and the tantrums were coming back, and they're starting to go away again. So I see it very quickly and easily. It's amazing. Huge difference. So at the time we arrived at Dr. Quo's office, we had been to a lot of doctors' offices for a lot of different things, trying to figure out what was going on. And not the favorite thing to do for kids is to go to new offices. And immediately when they walked in the door, it was like home. And my older son felt very comfortable, and he was able to go through all of the different parts of the process, which typically he doesn't do. And my daughter was actually refusing to go to the dentist. She would barely sit in the chair at the dentist's office. If she heard the name of the dentist, she was screaming, even if it had nothing to do with her. And she came to visit for her first visit with her brother, and they were so amazing, and she loves Dr. Quo. And just having that experience, changing the seat, whatever it was, I don't know what it was, but she fell in love with Dr. Quo in the office, and now she goes to her dentist very easily.
Awesome. Anytime.
So I grew up having symptoms of ADHD. My life was filled with medication and other kinds of supports, and I'm thankful that I have a breathing machine that helps me. I'm definitely more awake and alert during my days. And but what Dr. Quo has given my kids is the gift of a life without all of those things. And I see the difference in both of my kids daily, and it's amazing. No way to really thank somebody for giving your child that gift.
Awesome. Great.
So
that was really heartfelt too.
We really mean it, which is why I kind of didn't want to not have that.
Okay.
Dr. Quo has been the medical rock for our family. Always very calm, easygoing, and always has an answer or takes the time to find an answer. And this is globally. Like, we've figured out so many answers in this office, but the most important thing is that being a parent of 3, a parent with 2 who have sleep apnea or breathing issues, is crazy. And I feel like I'm always overwhelmed, especially when it comes to medical issues and things going on with my kids. And this is one place where I walk in the door and I relax instead of getting nervous. And I know that no matter what goes on in here, everything is taken care of. And things for my children are always better when we've been to Dr. Quo. And things for me as a mom seem to be overall easier and less hectic because of Dr. Quo. So we really appreciate her.